Samira and welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial is all about creating this beautiful smoky silvery black eyeshadow look, and it's dedicated to this time of the year, which is mostly all about New Year's Eve, holidays, Christmas season, and black is worn extensively during this time of the year. Black and the shades of black, and silver is one of Christmas colors. So this is basically a Christmassy New Year's Eve party kind of a smoky eye look. And here on till the end of this month, I'll be creating a series of makeup looks which is going to be dedicated to this time of the year. And please do watch out for more tutorials on this channel. And if you want to know how I got this beautiful look, please continue watching. Thank you. Welcome back. So I'm going to be prepping my eyes first and then doing my face makeup, because I do not want any pigment to fall on my face and spoil the face makeup. So I'm going to start off with priming my eyes, and for that I'm going to be using my LA Pro Conceal, and this is in the color yellow. This is actually a light yellow corrector, and the reason why I'm taking a corrector which is so lighter than my actual shade is skin tone, sorry, so that it absolutely neutralizes the darkness and the color comes across very nicely and very prominently onto the eyes. So I'm going to be applying a good amount on both the eyes, and I know on the camera it's showing almost white in color, but this is a very pale yellow corrector. And with my beauty sponge, I'm just dabbing this, and on the corners of the eyes I'm going to go with my fingers. I'm going to now lightly set my base with the Revolution's banana powder. And I know at this point of time it looks extremely messy, but please bear with me, guys. The face and the eyes and the eye corrector, it's all looking messy, but in time I believe me, you guys are going to love the finished look. And I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Tease, this brown shade, into my crease. I'm just placing it onto the crease and blending it very lightly. I'm not applying any sort of pressure, and I want the color to be built up slowly. I have built up the intensity of the crease color that I want. I'm using the Real Techniques blending brush, and I'm going to be blending in the harsh edges. The key to a flawless eye makeup or any sort of makeup is blending, which is an absolute key. The most important tool to achieving a perfect base, be it eyes or face, is blending. So make sure you just blend your way through achieving the eye makeup. After I have blended in the transition shade as well as the crease shade, I'm taking this dark black jet black color called Blackout, and I'm going to be placing it onto the outer corner of my eyes. I'm using the same brush I used to place the eyeshadow into the crease. So this is an extremely intense black. So just place this color. As of now, I'm just placing this color where I want it. and then I'm going to be blending it out. Once I've placed the color when I want it, I'm going to be using the same Real Techniques brush, and with a very light hand, just blending it into the crease, making sure that I do not in any way disrupt the brown that I've already placed. So lower into the crease area, just blending it in place, just blending in the harsh edges. Now the eyeshadow on the left eye, that's my eye, has been blended in properly. I know this looks messy as of now, but believe me, we'll be cleaning up the edges and all of this will be gone. Once the outer eyeshadow has been blended in on both the eyes, I'm going in with this silver shade called Verve and placing it onto the eyelid. Even here, we have to make sure that we build up the color little by little. I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush and I'm placing the eyeshadow onto the lid and a little bit into the black, and then I'm going to eventually shade the two colors into one another. As in how I'm placing it onto the lid, I'm building up the color and blending it into the black. As of now, I'm pretty happy with the way this eye has turned out, and I'm going to repeat the same step on the other eye. Once I've placed the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and blend the silver into the black. Just make sure we have to work towards the edges here and make sure that the black doesn't enter into this portion of the silver and the silver doesn't enter into the extreme portion of the black. Again, we're going to build up the color a little bit. And blend in just the edges. Now if you've noticed, the intensity of black has gone down because of the silver, so I'm going to make sure I place a little bit of black into the outer corner, just that's about it, and blend it again with a clean blending brush just to intensify the outer corner a little bit. So we are done with both the eyes. If you all want, you can stop here if you do not want an extremely dramatic look. But I'm going to go a step further and I'm going to be using loose glitter on my eyelid. I'm going to be using this silver shade. This is from Faces, and I'm going to be using this silver shade just onto the front portion of my eyelid. I'm applying a little bit of glitter glue just where I want the glue, loose glitter, just a little bit, just about a drop. You get these glitter glues anywhere on Amazon or anywhere online, and I'm just going to be tapping it very lightly, and with the same brush I'm picking up the glitter very little and placing it onto the eyelid where I want it. Especially if you're going to be working with loose glitter, you have to make sure you do the eyes first, because this glitter is going to be spilling all over your face. Even if you've applied the glitter glue, I'm just placing the glitter on to the eyelids. So that's it, guys. We have completed our eyes, and I'm going to clean up the edges here, clean up my face, and be back for the face makeup. So guys, let's start with the face makeup. I'm going to be first color correcting with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Orange. As you can see, I have quite a lot of darkness on the face. And I'm going to be blending it with my damp beauty sponge. Next, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade, sorry, what is my shade? 310 Sun Beach. And I'm taking a couple of pumps at the back of my hand, and with my damp beauty sponge, starting with the center of the face. I'm not going to be covering the applying foundation onto the lower under the eyes, because that's where I've already color corrected, and I'm going to be applying directly the concealer over there. So I've applied foundation onto my face. I know I look like a ghost right now, but please bear with me till we complete this look. And for concealer, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Medium, and applying that under the eyes. Forehead, bridge of the nose, chin, and blending it in. Moving on to contouring, I'll be using the LA Girl contour color in the shade Dark Cocoa, and forehead area, cheeks, that is the pigment when you need it, cheeks, the jawline, and the nose, of course. A little bit on the forehead. And with the blending brush, I'm going to be pressing it into the hairline and not coming any further down, because that is where I want to create the shadow. So pressing it into the hairline and making sure it's blended nicely. You do want the darkness, a little bit of shadow to be seen, but nothing like no harsh lines or nothing very prominent. The contouring is done. I'm going to be powdering the face with the Fit Me Loose powder under the eyes. I'm not really baking That's not really required right now, but I'm just making sure that I'm going to sharpen this contour a little bit by taking this triangular sponge and going under the contour line and letting that bake a little bit. So I'm going to be dusting off the bake under the contour line, and you can see how evident the contour, sharp the contour suddenly becomes after you bake the contour area. Now for some silly reason I'm not able to find my bronzer, so I'm going to be using the bronzer from the Savannah color palette, blush palette, and lightly going to be bronzing my cheeks. Perimeters of the face. And next we move on to the highlighter and the blush. And let's carry on with the Savannah Colors blush palette. And let me take my blush brush. That's if I find it again. Yeah. And I'm going to be taking this light peachy color because I don't want the blush to come across and this is a beautiful and an extremely pigmented palette, and this is very reasonable, somewhere around 200-300 rupees, and this was suggested by one of the makeup artists in his YouTube videos, and he's like, this is a well kept secret, and and yes, it is an extremely pigmented palette. You can see how beautiful the blush color has come. I'm just blending it nicely along with the contour because you do not want the contour and the blush and the highlighter to show separately on your cheek. It has to be beautifully blended. And now for the highlighter, I'm using the molten gold in Maybelline. Yes, so I'm going to be highlighting my usual areas, and you see how beautiful and blinding that highlighter is. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows by now. And the nose, a little bit above the brow area. So beautiful. Cupid's bow, tip of my nose. Over the cheeks, so beautiful. Conveniently enough, I've forgotten the under the eye area, and here I will be going in with this transition shade as well as with the black, and going with that color under the eyes. I'm not going all the way because I want to place that silver in the inner corner of the eyes. And with the silver shade, then in the corner of the eye, I'm going to take another pencil brush. Sorry guys, those are my cats. You never spooked for a second. And going with the same silver shade inside on the inner corner of the eye. And next I'm going in with the kajal. I'm using the plum kajal pencil in the waterline. I'm going to be smoking this with the brown eyeshadow a little bit so that it doesn't appear very harsh. So yeah, and I'm taking in a little bit of that black eyeshadow, and with this angular brush I'm drawing that bit of a line. So I just went offline and applied a little bit of mascara and a nude lipstick. I have applied the Lip Gradation by Maybelline and in the shade Mauve 1. It's a beautiful lip color, neutral lip shade. And with this we do complete our look, guys. I hope you all have liked it. So please do not forget to share, comment and subscribe and extend your support to me. Thank you guys.